Brusca and I are arguing off the air now. Thinks I'm getting on his back. Go ahead, say your piece, Brusca, before we talk about our mayor over
whatever.
here.
It's not. Listen, the bottom line is it's not worth getting into on the air. But
all right, you don't like the disrespect.
I disagree.
Well,
I disagree too.
Well, here's the deal. For the first month and a half, I let it go. All these little digs or whatever. And over time, it's like enough's enough. Enough's enough. I'm not going to be a punching boy, or whipping boy, whatever.
Yes.
Over stupid things,
Right.
But he does it to everybody.
Things. No. But if it's in a good-natured way, I'm fine with it. But when it gets malicious or whatever, I'm not going to put up with it.
How malicious? I'm not calling you stupid. I'm just saying, here's what happens. The guest sits down. The guest doesn't have the mic in front of him. Then I say to you during the break, hey, Brusca, we need to have the mic in front of the guest because they don't talk into the mic half the time and they don't seem to know. Now, I agree with you. It's sad that people don't know that. And it's counterintuitive. You think they would, but evidently they don't. So we talk about it multiple times. But then when it happens the third day in a row, I make a comment about it. And I say it'd be nice because it's come up many
you
times.
You don't say it would be nice.
Oh, I don't say you're stupid. I'd say as we've discussed before.
Right.
Because we did discuss it the day before.
You say it in a nasty. The bottom line is this. I show you respect when you forget things, which is plenty of times, by the way.
Yes.
And I never jump in.
One would argue that you pointing that out, though, is showing disrespect. But yes, I do forget.
I didn't want to talk about this on the air, but you wanted to talk about it on the air. So now I'm telling you honestly what the deal is. Everyone forgets things. I don't disrespect you. I should be given the same respect back.
Sort of. But then I stumped Brusca right before we went out of commercials. I said, well, what about picking on Big Tad?
Well, listen, Big Tad, it's a different thing.
Why? Because he's lower than you are?
Dave, let's put it this way. No, when Dave makes fun of whatever, I'm chubby or I'm a lesbian, I laugh. Have you seen me laugh? Do I get on his case?
Chubby lesbian.
Whatever he says.
Well, because you know you're only one of those two things.
Well, whatever. I don't care.
I didn't say which one.
Funny. I think it's funny. But when you show disrespect, he's not showing disrespect. He's just making jokes. When you show disrespect to me, I have a problem with it.
Well, I would argue that you're showing disrespect to me on the air when you don't put the mic in front of the person.
Well,
3 or 4 times in a row.
The other thing is, you gave me crap about that, and I was not in the room when Ozzy was doing his thing.
I know, but when the guest sits down, you got to put the mic right in front of him.
I understand that, but on the last one, in particular,
all right, you were not in the room.
Right.
All right.
So you gave me crap about something that I wasn't even in the room for.
Okay.
And number 2 is just in generally.
Disrespect.
Exactly.
All right. You want more respect. All right.
If I don't get it, whatever. I mean, I'm going to complain about it. We're going to have issues.
Okay. All right.
If you think that's fun and good radio and it hasn't been effed out.
Yeah. All right. Ooh.
I think it's kind of fun.
I think it's kind of fun, too.
I think it's downright delightful.
But look, I would argue, here's what I would argue. I would argue that if I ask you to do something like the microphone 3 or 4 or 5 times in a row and it doesn't get done, that's disrespect, even though there are no words used. You know what I'm saying?
It's not disrespect.
It's not.
No.
So
I got a lot going on, and I forget. I don't intentionally move the mic away or not move the mic close. I don't intentionally try and screw things up.
All right. All right.
I just have a lot of going on, and sometimes I'm not in the room.
All right. Well, maybe we should.
Sometimes I forget, just like you have a lot going on, and sometimes you forget things.
I know.
Okay.
But that's my prerogative. I get to do it because I'm the boss. You see, the boss gets to forget.
Well, like we talked about yesterday, how far does that go?
Well, it goes farther than you do. That's how far it goes. All right. Brusca from the mean streets of, where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn. Listen, I'm
Schenectady. All right.
Whatever.
All right.
Pick up the phone and talk to the mayor.
All right.
I'm a man of peace. I love the conflict. My only rule is as long as I'm not one of the people involved in the conflict.
Well, now where do you
find this enchanting?
Damashek. Now let me just ask Angie, Damashek. You guys be honest. Where do you come down on the disrespect, the microphone, that stuff?
I don't think that's disrespectful at all.
I'm
sorry. I don't agree with Brusca, is what I'm saying.
Do you think the fact
it's a shock. Everyone's
all right, but let me ask you this. Here's the way. I guess
that's such a little thing. It's not a big.
All right, here's the deal, Angie. You sat right there next to Ozzy. I wasn't in the room. You didn't remember to move the mic to him.
Again, I'm not in here every day.
Okay, but you could have done it, and that would have been done.
Of course, I could.
None of us in the room. Actually, none of us in the room actually remembered to move the mic into Ozzy's mouth or closer to Ozzy's mouth while I was out of the room. Yet I got crap for it.
Well,
so that doesn't make sense.
But here's the fundamental problem, Brusca. And I know this is built up a little, and this is residual, and it's not just a microphone or whatever. But here's our fundamental argument. I have asked you to put the microphone in front of the guest on many, many, many occasions. It has not happened on many, many, many occasions. When I then ridicule you on the air for it, you take that as disrespect. I don't look at that as disrespect. I look at that as a criminal saying the cops are disrespecting him by arresting him. Well, you shouldn't have committed the crime. You're getting the disrespect because you've neglected to do something I've asked for over and over and over again pertaining to the microphone. Thus, the disrespect comes.
Okay, so then can I disrespect you for forgetting things over and over and over again?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay, great.
But I'm just saying.
He won't get mad like you did.
We don't have to. I have many things on my plate, as do you, but I'm allowed to forget things.
Okay, I'm going to remind you to pick up the phone and talk to the mayor.
All right,
let's do that.
All right, Angie, so you think you're on my side on this one.
On this one, yes, I'm on your side. And I'm not always on your side, but this
and
one
let me ask you this, too.
Yes.
Have I yelled at Brusca off the air about it or had any tantrums or tirades or anything?
I'm shocked that this little thing is bothering him so much.
No, you know what it is? It's you're right. It's over
it's a build-up. It's a build-up of disrespect.
I'm just tired of it. I'm not going to put up with it. I don't need to put up with it, actually.
Okay. All right. Now, let me ask you, again, I'm not the greatest boss, but has there been, I don't think there's been a lot of finger-pointing and name-calling or any of that stuff toward you.
I let a lot go by, and I don't remember instances, but I let a lot go by, and I'm just...
But you guys are here in the room or in the other room every time I'm here, and every time Brusca and I are here. We don't have conversations, at lunchtime alone where I dig into them and tear them a new one. You think I'm being unusually tough on Brusca?
No, it's usually just little things. It's just a lot of little things.
All right, but little things that are like, hey, we got to get this guy, or we got to remember to do this, or we got to do that.
Can we just move on with the show?
All right.
Now we're really late.
But here's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Other thing, how we go late and we miss breaks.
All right, but
so I'm reminding you, let's move on with the show.
But let me tell you this, Brusca. I know you don't like this, but it is the nature of this game. We're not going to discuss after the show all that went right with the show. We're going to say, I needed the card on this. I needed to get the mic in front of that.
I agree.
All right.
Yeah, and after the show, I'm fine, too. On the air, I'm not as fine with it.
It's not bad. There's still
because
a
here's the
little
thing.
bit that goes on
Here's
the
the thing. I wouldn't disrespect.
Yes.
Plus, look, my wife listens. Would I disrespect you in front of your wife? No.
Yeah, but what are we talking about? The 40s in Chicago? We're in the mafia? We're doing a goddamn morning show. Jesus Christ.
I understand that. That's why I wanted to talk to you off the air.
All right.
I'd like, you know what I'd like? I'd like to see a handshake and an apology.
A hug, maybe
please.
a hug.
Just a handshake will do.
Listen, Brusca, I know you're from the streets. You're a proud man. You're not used to this pace.
I love the joking part of it. When Dave rips me and makes jokes, I laugh. I think they're funny.
Right.
It's the malicious, angry.
Yes, it's the vitriolic, hate-filled venom that comes showering your direction every break.
That's an exaggeration. It's just it's a different thing.
Now, where's the handshake? Let's make peace and move forward.
Dave, how say you? Do you experience this?
What do I sense?
Me digging into Brusca?
No, I have to say no. I mean, listen, in the context of him doing it to all of us, then no. He makes his jokes, They're digs.
All right.
To make himself feel better. No, this is what he does. He makes jokes about all of us.
All right,
That's
you're
all.
right. All right, now we have to take a break. Let me just say hi to the mayor. I feel bad. Mayor Barry?
Yes.
Barry the mayor?
Brusca needs a cigarette.
Sorry.
Cigarette.
We had a little blowout here in the studio. I'm really sorry.
No problem.
Now we have to take another commercial because
this is what he does. He makes jokes about
talk to the mayor.
You're right. All right. Now we have to take a break. Let me just say hi to the mayor. I feel bad. Can you do that? Mayor Barry?
Yes.
Thank you. Barry the mayor? 5 minutes.
Needs a cigarette.
I will call you Your Highness if you hold.